Today we're going to talk about staying connected on cruise ships and specifically the new implementation of Starlink here on Royal Caribbean, and we're on Symphony of the Seas right after this. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Today we're going to talk about the internet here on the cruise ships. As some of you may know, we work on these cruise ships when we come on. We have a web design and a marketing company as well as a travel agency. So we are consistently working at least a few hours a day while we're on these cruises. So it's really critical for us to be able to do at least the bare minimum of check emails, make phone calls if we need to, and browse the internet a little bit. And that's been troubling at times. Some days are better than others. Generally, I can check my email at least on my phone and respond to people pretty quickly. But getting around on the internet, especially trying to do website things, has been just brutally hit or miss, right? Sometimes it's really awful. Sometimes we can barely get it done, but we're able to get it done. So recently, Royal Caribbean has signed a contract with Starlink, and they're going to be implementing the Starlink internet on all of their cruise ships by the end of the first quarter of 2023. So what exactly that means is that currently we have satellite internet, but basically what happens with the satellite internet is if you are around any other cruise ships, if you're in a local port, we're all basically sharing a very small pipe to get all that internet out. So you really can't stream anything. You really can't watch videos on YouTube or do anything like that. And it's really dreadfully difficult to upload anything or transfer files or anything like that. So this ship on Symphony of the Seas is the first time we've been able to try Starlink. And I have to say that when it's working, it's pretty incredible. So we've had some really rocky days and some really high wind days here. So the weather has been sunny and it's been warm, but it hasn't exactly been good weather. So there have been intermittent periods of the internet just dropping down a little bit or not being great. And especially when obviously people are all getting back on the ship and they're checking their email or doing whatever. There are not a ton of kids on the ship. There are kids. There's not a ton of kids, so it's not the usual like every kid is trying to watch TikTok or YouTube or whatever they're doing. So hasn't been that bad, but we have streamed, someone in our party streamed the Eagles game on Sunday and was able to watch the Eagles game streaming. TikTok seems to work perfectly well 90% of the time. The internet is really stable. It's not super fast. It's not like it is at home, but for us, it's good enough to work. So I think that's reassuring if you're thinking about buying the internet package and you're coming on a cruise. The fact that at least it's usable internet is really, really a good sign for cruising. So at this time, I'd like to ask everybody to please subscribe, like the video. It really does help us. We're really trying to build this up and produce more content. We're going on a ton of cruises. So if you could like and subscribe, we would really, really appreciate it. So just summing everything up, the internet on Starlink works really well. They do have a ton. I was interested, there is a ton of satellites, and I was really interested to see how it works on a ship this big with almost 7,000 people, including staff, all using the internet. And it's really, really, really a good sign. And this is new. It's not even like perfected yet or kind of really been trialed a whole ton. It's a brand new rollout, and I have to say I'm really impressed by it. There are times where it's plummeted and it's been unusable for an hour or two, but for the most part, with the exception of the times that it's either really bad or there's a lot of people getting on the ship, it's been very, very good. It's been very stable, and it's been nice to be able to just get things done quickly, get on and off the internet where before it took forever, where you're just waiting. And it takes you away from doing fun things that you want to do, especially for us that kind of have to get some work done. So if you are thinking about going on a Royal Caribbean ship, all of them will have Starlink by March of 2024, as Royal Caribbean has announced. This is the first ship that I've been on that has Starlink. We're going on Enchantment next month. I'll do a follow-up to this and let you know. It's a very small ship, so we'll see how that goes with Starlink. And then we'll be back on Oasis in May, so we could check all of those. But highly encouraging. I think it's a great sign. Thank you to Elon Musk and Royal Caribbean for putting Starlink on these ships and getting it done. It's really helping us be able to work and get more things done on our cruise so we can get out there and enjoy ourselves and bring you more great content. So thanks again, we appreciate it, and we'll be back next week with all of our fun dining videos from Symphony, entertainment reviews, the 10 or 15 things you have to do here, and of course our ship tour, which will all come out in the next 2 weeks or so. And then right after Christmas we'll be on Enchantment. We'll see everybody on that. So thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate it, and have a great weekend.